trying to meet you. What's up, Toby?
Oh, it's you again.
We're back. Week 3 in a row.
Yeah,
totally.
but more than that. I feel like it's more than that. Why do I feel that way?
Well, we spent most of the day together, right? All three of us.
We were at a
I mean, I
carnival.
saw
We were at
you.
a
I don't know if
carnival.
I spent most of the day together, but sure.
Part of the day.
Part of the day.
Sure.
Part of the day.
We
Sure.
sat on the grass across from
That's
one
true.
another.
That's true.
It was good.
But also,
Oh, you didn't go to bowling. We went bowling.
no, but it feels like I just saw you. Why is that?
That's because
All right, so hey, we're live streaming this.
we're trying.
Okay.
We're recording it. I believe it's currently on. It's live on YouTube
Yes.
Okay.
and on Instagram.
Okay.
And we did attempt this.
We attempted
Recently.
this before.
Jim, explain more. Okay.
Well, we attempted it just about an hour ago.
Okay.
we thought it was
Right. For
working.
how long? For how long?
For about an hour.
Okay.
We've got people
Wait,
on the
we
Instagram.
have
Right.
somebody
We have one
on there.
person is what? Cards and cake.
So we
That's awesome.
we did do this episode once before already, only an hour ago. Correct?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're gonna improve it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna.
That
post
wasn't
it
a
now.
nightmare.
Well, we figured out a lot of things. We learned some stuff.
We learned. Some
Did
And
we?
We're live on
We're-
Instagram. We've got somebody watching us.
It's awesome.
Wonderful.
It's great.
We're just kind of testing the live thing out. We're gonna
Okay.
shoot for 10 p.m. Mountain Time on Wednesdays.
Which is not what time it is right now.
No,
But that's
Going
This is a
forward,
special
but it's not
4th
what
of July.
we. No, this is sure. That's called a special 4th of July episode since it happens to now be 4th of July. Correct.
Correct.
Right. It is.
Happy birthday, America.
It is.
Happy birthday, America!
Happy
and
birthday,
thanks
America.
for Cards and Capes for continuing to sit through the liveness here. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So special 4th of July, but we're gonna start doing live episodes. We're gonna try it.
Sure.
We're gonna see how that
Sure.
goes. If people don't like it,
We thought we did that already, though. But yes.
yeah. We're learning.
Some of them will stick. Some of them won't.
Oh,
That actually
Brian.
might have gone. Was that live? Was the last episode that didn't go out actually go live at least?
did
Yeah,
go
it
live.
did, but it
But just nobody watched it.
No, because it
Right.
was only on.
And also
YouTube.
nobody watched it.
wasn't on, and no one watched it. So it wasn't on Instagram. Now we got Brian Comer. That's who. This is one of my old roommates, one of my dearest friends. I haven't seen him in a while, but Brian, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Being first live viewer.
Yeah. Thanks for logging in to watch us ramble.
Yeah, that's quite
Yeah,
the accomplishment.
So we do need to explain some things. We have already explained them once, but we're going to explain
So
them
much
again.
to explain. Why don't you explain? I'm going to take a nap
Okay.
while you
Take a nap.
while you explain some things.
Take a nap and do some explaining. So this podcast, we are in season 2. Now
2.2. Wait, 2.
this is
2
season
point-
2 or season 2.1.
Yeah. Okay.
Depending
Whatever.
on how you want to look at it.
Dependent. We're not going season 3. It's because it was just one episode, but we're in season 2.
It feels
now.
like 32 seasons.
It feels like, but now we're in a rhythm. This is 3 weeks in a row. We're getting out the streaming. We understand the internet, maybe a little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
We have new video content because people have been requesting. Like we're responding.
One person.
Wait, someone else is here.
Andrea Pinata.
Oh man.
The
How's it
live
going?
stream. So while we're doing this, we're in a new rhythm. We're in a new era. We got Jim officially on board. We've got new things. We need to explain how we got here. We need to explain some of the rules.
We have one rule. We have one rule.
We have one rule. And that one rule is that we don't look things up. There's no fact checking. We don't Google it. We don't pull out our phones. We don't go on a computer other than the technology aspect to bring you this.
Our own memories are we're limited to.
Correct.
Basically, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
I mean,
Go ahead and tell us why that is. Why is that,
read
Rob?
Stuff before.
Well, no, I'm not going to prep. I got a life.
Yeah. So, growing up, and
You were once younger than you are now.
Correct.
Okay.
We all were.
We all were.
Oh.
Growing up, you would sit around, hang out with your friends, and you would talk. You would tell stories. You would be like,
Sure.
blah blah blah. You would shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit. Yeah.
And then you would say certain things like, "Oh man, I saw this video once." Blah 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 blah, and you wouldn't stop and go, "Hold on, let me find it." It would just be like, "Let me explain it to you," and then you would hope that you would see it one day.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have.
Also, you could argue about what year the pennant was won by the New York Mets.
Correct. There's no fact checking.
Right.
And I will say, because here's one thing maybe either of you know about, but when I was a little kid, I was watching some Back to the Future special.
Okay. Making of?
Yeah, it was something going on, but it was Back to the Future 2. It was on like HBO.
Okay.
And I swear to God that they said that the hoverboard was real, but like a parents' organization blocked it from coming out. Right? I've told that story like throughout middle school, high school.
Right.
No one believed me. No one.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Did either of you know anything about this?
I do not, and
no, I've never heard this. And the
like
thing that they call the
effect, but
hold on. Could never prove it.
And now you've only been able to prove you were wrong.
No. So it was actually not internet based. When they came out with the Blu-ray, I think it was the Blu-ray. Maybe it was just the DVDs. Maybe it was like the box set of DVDs. Maybe it wasn't even the Blu-ray. But on the back, the behind the scenes, it actually talks about. There was like an interview with Steven Spielberg or Robert Zemeckis, and it's like, one of our idiot blah blah blah. I don't know who it was that said this. Thought it would be funny to say on this documentary that this thing was real. And
so it really did get said.
It got said.
No one believed you.
No one believed me because it was an obscure HBO behind the scenes back in the like olden days when no one had HBO.
Amazing.
Let's talk about Sopranos, like Sex in the City,
6 Feet Under.
When you get
6 Feet Under
free trials,
free trial time.
Yeah.
Ah, man, do you remember how you'd be able to balance between the free trial of whatchamacallit?
Showtime?
Disney Channel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Free trial of Disney Channel and free trial of Showtime and free trial of HBO. Like 9 months out of the year, you were on free trial territory.
Yeah, and then you just wouldn't take it off of that channel until it didn't work anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was a method, right?
Uh-huh.
Because if you actually turned it, it wouldn't retune back in.
Oh, I don't know, but
I
really?
believe so.
Is that true?
Okay.
I
don't know.
believe that was
I don't
like a
know.
method. So, because do you remember back in the analog TV box days? Because I had bought like one in the early days of eBay.
Okay.
Like early days. Like I lived in another, like wasn't married. Brian Comer and he is not on the live stream anymore, but maybe he'll listen to the podcast at a reasonable hour because he's in Tennessee, and what is it there? It's 2 a.m. almost. But where was I at?
Getting a box, one of the cable boxes from
eBay.
Yeah. So he actually used to work at Comcast. That was the thing. When we lived together, he had
Amazing.
He had like the package that had everything because he just turned it on, including the Playboy channel. like, which was awesome
Yeah.
when you were 19 years old.
Yeah,
20 years
perfect,
old.
perfect.
I don't remember how old I was. I think it was 19, 20, something like that. 21 at tops, probably. But yeah, so we lived together. But when I moved, I didn't have that anymore, and I really wanted like all the pay-per-view channels, but also the pay-per-view movies. Remember, like they used to just like, and those
Yeah.
were like fucking dollars, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like pay-per-view on cable. Do you remember that?
Probably
Like just for a movie.
I
Wasn't
never
it like
did
Yeah,
it.
they
but
were
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
a
Easy.
channel
Easy.
for a
Probably
movie,
more.
right? And you just pay for it.
Yeah. So I went on eBay, early edition of eBay. Like PayPal was a separate thing at that point. I don't even know if PayPal existed. I guess it
Probably
did,
didn't
'cause How
exist.
else would I pay for eBay?
Oh.
Send a
Yeah.
check?
You
No.
you wrote him a check,
It
yeah,
was-
and mailed it to him.
No. But so I bought this cable descrambler box. And that shit was awesome.
That is cool.
So awesome. And then
It worked.
w-
It worked.
it worked, and it worked until in 2007 or 2006. I gave it to my parents because we got Dish, and I had like torrents at that point, like other ways to get the movies at this point, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Illegally or unethically. I don't know how you want to say that. The internet, okay?
All the above.
Yeah. So I gave it to my parents, and they used it for years until like basically they just stopped having analog television signals.
2 years ago.
I think some cities are still doing it. They like basically
really?
it was supposed to happen by like 2010 or 2011.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
And it's still there's still places I think that are still hanging on with it, but don't quote me on that.
Do you know why we have eBay?
No, I wish I did.
For
that a
Pez collecting.
Oh, Pez collecting? Really?
Yep. Look it up.
Oh,
I'll
are you
do it
being
right now.
serious?
I'm
That's
being
awesome.
Dead serious.
Huh.
Completely
cool.
out of the notion of being able to sell and collect Pez.
I mean,
Okay.
what was the first thing you ever bought on eBay?
Oh,
That's a good
I
question.
couldn't tell you.
Sub question if you
Okay.
know the answer, because
I
I
have
know
no idea.
I can't. I'll think of the eBay thing, and
can't.
I can probably nail one of three things that it was.
Wow,
But
really?
does any? Yeah, I mean, I can tell you one of the first three purchases.
Yeah, okay, that's impressive. Like I have
But
no
does
clue
anybody know the
whatsoever.
first thing they ever bought on Amazon? Because I do.
Oh,
I
wow.
do not remember at all.
I have
but
no clue.
I would
no
imagine
clue.
it was probably a book for me.
It
Sure,
was not a
sure.
book for me. It was not a book. It was a DVD for me.
Okay.
Well, you don't know how to read. Oh.
My second, I can tell you what my second purchase from Amazon was, and it was a book.
But a
It was
picture book.
Fletch, though. It was Fletch.
The book.
The book.
Okay.
There's a book. It's a book series.
It's a book series,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I've read them all. Well, I've read them all of the original author. There's a lot of spin-off other people or his son
Sure, why
or
not?
something. I don't know. I stopped when after someone's dead. The character's dead for me. And I do not see Fletch as Chevy Chase anymore
Oh, because of the books.
because of the books. But
Okay.
I got into the books because I heard Kevin Smith was going to do a
Oh, that's
version of
right,
Fletch
yeah.
with Jason Lee as Fletch, as a young
that'd be
Fletch.
fun.
So Jason Lee Mallrats era pre My Name is Earl is what I see Fletch as, I guess.
Okay.
But first purchase on Amazon was Being John Malkovich DVD.
Okay.
So you can think of the era, you can think of the time. I was living in Nashville.
Such a great film.
It is. It is. And when I moved to New Jersey, I actually drove to that place because where he got dumped out on the turnpike.
Dude, that's the most amazing scene because if you watch that, he gets dumped out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, a car drives by and just what is he? Somebody hits him in the head with a can. Someone just
Yeah,
like
and that
chucks
was
a thing.
that actually happened, right? Is that the rumor?
I don't know. I believe it.
I mean, I can
But
be
what I
wrong.
love is like that someone just is driving by and quickly recognizes it's Malkovich, and he just is like, what does he say? Like, eat shit, Malkovich.
Malkovich,
I don't know what he
Malkovich.
yells. No,
Oh,
that's
wait,
not where he.
I don't know if that one.
And somebody hits him in the head with a can.
There's
And it's
there's
like
some part that I think
that's my
is-
favorite
is
part out of an
real.
amazing
I don't
film.
know
That
if
part
that's-
is
And that happens in New
that
Jersey.
sounds right.
It's
It seems like a
yes,
New Jersey
fucking
thing.
New
You know,
Jersey.
we have a friend from New Jersey, Adam. I hope you listen to this.
Kitzero's not going to listen to this.
Well, I don't think I ever fully understood
Wait,
Adam.
he might actually be awake now.
He might. It's about time for him to get up. But
He's waking up soon.
The first time I went to New Jersey, I'm sitting there. I flew into Newark, and I hear all these people just complaining and one-upping one another. And I sat there and I was like, "This is why he's he's like this. It's not his fault. It's just how he was raised." Because there's all these people who's like, "Oh, you think that's bad? What about this?" And this and it was just really funny because everything just came together for me, and I understand Adam a little bit better.
He's so accurate.
Origin
if
stories.
anybody has any ideas on how to use live streaming on what is this, Instagram? So we got new listeners. We
We did.
That is true. Is it? I'm actually asking.
No, we actually did get new listeners.
Okay, cool.
And I think one of the reasons we got new listeners and new followers on the Instagram, which if you're not following the Instagram, please go check us out. It's
Or don't. I would encourage you not to.
Been Trying to Meet You podcast on Instagram.
I mean,
Whoa, what was that?
Is that
eh,
here
don't
or
worry
there?
about it.
That was definitely there.
That was me. That was me.
Well, it was so loud I felt it. So when and no offense to you, Toby, because one, you're worthless for so many reasons, but
And we were totally blaming him for our mishap here.
oh yeah, no, that was not your fault.
Yeah.
Let me just say that we recorded this already. If we didn't actually
Classic.
come out and say it, we actually recorded this already. There was a technical issue, meaning that there was an echo from Toby. So
But-
here's the deal: we're on a new platform, which
Are we?
in theory is going.
I don't know what's going on.
We've got better video. We can stream places. I don't know.
Yeah.
This seems to be
You're
a
not.
thing.
You're not like glitching like you were the last time around. So I feel good about that.
Yeah, not glitching. Well, we basically were normally what we were doing was like Zoom and recording this locally, and then last week
Sure.
we tried Zoom. Still doing the same thing. Now we're using this StreamYard software or interface or whatever you call this. And I didn't realize that it records my audio, which also includes Toby's audio.
Yeah.
Sends that in there, and then Toby's audio is just recorded and thrown together here. So that's why I basically had to eliminate you from the recording. I eliminated you from life.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all I've been asking for
it's all good.
so long.
So, all that to say is it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But-
Thank you, Jim, for pointing that out because I wasn't going to get to know that. I was just going to be
You're
assumed
just gonna sit
as the villain.
Yeah, no, it wasn't your fault, and I would have told you that. I wasn't trying to hold.
No,
withhold that.
you wouldn't have.
But
That's fine.
what would have been your fault? So,
What
we
would have
have the
been?
Instagram.
Now we're just presuming.
Well, here, let me tell you the scenario,
Okay.
and then you tell me if you would have played along, because we're gonna do it probably again this week, and
Okay.
we'll see if you play along.
Okay.
So I posted on Instagram the photo that Jim took last week,
I was gonna take another.
Okay.
and then we'll post this one.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, Jim. Hold on. We're gonna do photo inception.
Oh, photo inception.
Yeah. Is Toby in there?
Wait, hold on. Is he in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
let
turn
me-
the screen a little bit more.
Hold on. Can I turn the screen? I can go full screen. There we go.
Oh yeah, that helps a little.
There we go. So, photo inception, Toby on there. So we're gonna post this photo, which we
Okay.
posted the one last week.
Sure.
But when I posted it
Mm-hmm.
on our podcast
Yeah.
Instagram, my dog.
Yeah.
When I posted on the podcast Instagram, it also we put us in as collaborators, basically.
Yeah.
All right, you guys talk for a second.
Yeah. So it put us in as collaborators, and what it did was it alerted a lot of people that follow me, and and you as well, right? And so we got a bunch of people that didn't know about it. So, and then they started asking questions like, "Why can't you look at your phone?" and stuff like that.
Which is
So-
really good
Oh.
question to.
So there really was like, okay, had no idea. I try to stay as uninvolved with this whole thing as possible.
Yeah, so I didn't tag you because one, you probably wouldn't accept.
Do I have to accept that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have.
So I just didn't even try
Look at you.
because I just assumed.
Excellent.
I was like, "Hey, man, I know you. I love you for. I'm meeting you where you are."
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'm petting your dog right now, and I realize it doesn't really look like that. So she's right here.
Kobe,
There's
say
a
hi.
dog,
Oh,
people.
oh,
There's a
just
dog.
throw her.
Don't worry about it.
Just, like,
There's a lot of
roll
shadow. There's a lot of shadow.
And LeBron is about 4 feet outside of the shed. We're in the shed again. LeBron is
Right.
4 feet outside because she's scared of Jim.
What? Oh,
Jim, the scariest man
that's
ever.
unfortunate.
Look, man, you saw how we had to bury her when we went to the sand dunes
Yeah. Yeah.
to get people to be able to talk to her.
Yeah.
But that
She
was
has a
very
little bit of
therapeutic for her.
Social
Yeah.
anxiety. Yeah. I get it.
She's got a bone right now, so she's fine. And then Kobe's just
She's great.
chilling.
wandering around.
Yeah. So yeah, we got new listeners. I would love for you to accept that, but that's on your terms, bro. You tell me when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Once we get this thing in ship shape.
Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, the improvements from week to week, as long as we're improving and not.
I mean, you could say that there was an improvement from hour to hour today.
Look at this. Look at this.
We already did one
so
yesterday.
That's
But-
true.
That
right?
was technically yes.
Yeah.
It was
But now
yesterday.
it's the 4th of July.
It's the 4th of July.
Yay,
It's
go.
America's birthday.
Happy-
Look
yep.
at this
Happy
shirt
birthday,
I got
America.
on. If people can see on the internet.
Happy
What you doing?
birthday
Just scratching the couch.
to you.
that-
I'm wearing
she's-
red,
she's
white, and
making
blue.
her-
normal?
I am.
That's
I am
normal.
wearing red,
Oh,
and
okay.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah, dog.
Just look at the. Oh, people can see it. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they
there she
can
is.
see the dog.
I see
Yeah, no,
something. I see
she's-
some fur.
Yeah, she's making her bed.
Looks like I don't know if it's a dog, but I definitely see fur.
Hi, Kobe. Say hi to the peoples.
I'm trying to give you space.
Yeah, no, she's making her bed, dude.
Okay.
It's totally fine.
Okay.
She's just like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna lay. I'm gonna get this shit right. I'm gonna take a little nap. Why? Toby,
Do we have to
you wish- we
make
have
a shout
soda
out
we wanna
to
talk about.
Liquid Death? Do we? I don't know.
I have Liquid
Jim, do you
Death
still
right
have
here.
yours? There we go.
Well, this
Yes.
is my second one. This is my
Well, now we got-
Slaughterberry tea. It is my
Excellent.
probably my favorite. of
Still
the
at 30
Liquid Death teas.
calories for the whole tall boy?
Yeah, 30 calories for the tea.
Excellent. I'm
Yes.
telling you, that's a steal of a deal, my friends.
And I'm on
mean-
the Arizona. What is it called? Tropical chill sickle, which is really just
But
like the
it's
bomb pops.
it's a bomb pop.
You know,
Talk
when,
about America.
when
Yeah,
I was in
America.
Florida,
4th of July.
when I was in
Bomb
Florida
pops.
a couple weeks ago, they
Yeah.
had a Liquid Death called
Is that-
Blueberry
is that in
Buzz
America?
Saw. What?
Oh, sorry. Florida, is that in
Florida?
America?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean
Currently.
yeah.
Okay.
but yeah,
I just checked.
Blueberry Buzzsaw, really good. So if you
Yeah,
Oh.
I haven't
catch that
found
one.
it here.
Arizona
I haven't seen it
blueberry
yet.
buzzsaw?
No,
No,
Liquid,
Liquid
Death.
Death.
It's a blueberry
Liquid
tea.
Death blueberry buzzsaw.
Yeah, it was good.
Liquid Death.
But that's
Look
not
at the
here. We don't have that in
sponsorship.
Colorado.
What's up, Liquid Death?
Not
Shout
yet.
out Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
Liquid Death.
We're enthusiasts. Then that we
no,
were
there-
enthusiasts. We were
Formerly known as Enthusiast.
We were formerly known as enthusiasts, though.
Correct. Formally.
And I feel like I'm genuinely enthusiastic about it. I have some in my fridge right now.
I know. We got some here. Jim's like put down a 12-pack today.
Yeah. I'm just saying we're not sellouts.
Like
we don't.
My new homeboy on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Got a
yeah.
new LinkedIn connection that the homeboy's like a designer, I think, or something at Liquid Death, maybe social media.
They're great. They're really good.
Yeah. No, I want the buzzsaw.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Is it buzzsaw or
The blueberry buzzsaw.
blueberry buzzsaw?
Yeah.
Russ had it, so it's made its way to Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I want
Blueberry
that.
buzzsaw. It's a tea? No, water? What are we looking at?
It's a tea.
Blueberry buzzsaw.
Yeah.
It's a tea.
A blueberry
Iced
tea, huh?
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's almost
All right.
sour. Almost got a little tartness to it.
Oh. Okay, I might be on board.
Yeah.
I was a little suspicious for that flavor, but
Is she doing okay?
I mean, if the South is spoken, I guess that's
Yeah,
something.
with it being 4th of July, do you guys have any like great 4th of July memories or anything like that?
I mean, just blowing things up.
Blowing stuff up. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I was in the Midwest, so I could blow things up.
okay. So
Yeah.
obviously, my anniversary is July 7th, so it's
Yeah, obviously.
very
I mean, I
close
think
to
everybody
4th.
knows that. That's common knowledge. Go ahead.
Yeah, so 4th of July to me, like that, it connects to that. So I have a lot of memories leading up to like my wedding or anniversary, or we go on trips. So I have some, I assume, because it's America's birthday, and then the next day is Toby's birthday. Happy birthday, Toby.
It is. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Thank you. We are actually now just a day away at this
It's
point.
just a day away. You'll be
Just a day away.
49 in a day. So I assume he has memories, but
probably, yeah.
traditional 4th of July memories. Yeah, I remember going to my friend BJ's house, and his parents were there, and his brother, and a bunch of my friend Brandon, and there was probably the movie theater crew, all of us that we used to hang out in the movie theater. There's a lot of us that went over there, and they had like an above ground pool, and we were
Nice.
shooting bottle
Bottle
rockets
rockets?
into it
Yes, the best.
because they travel underwater and explode underwater.
Yes.
And so we were 18, 19 at this point.
Yep.
Man, BJ's dad, Mr. Kelly, is a saint. I hope he's still alive, but if he's passed away, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah. And Josh's
listening.
brother, R.I.P. He passed away after this, but his dad was a saint because he's just like, hey, can you guys help me clean this up? I didn't understand the home.
Amazing.
Like I'd worked in a commercial pool, but I didn't know the home care. Now I have like a little
Sure.
spa, so I understand how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much chemicals he had to put in that dump in that
No.
damn thing,
No.
and all that shit he had to clean out?
Yeah.
Man, all he was just like, hey, can you help me get the sticks? He didn't say, can you help me get that paper and all the carbon and all the bullshit that you fucking idiots threw in my pool?
Yeah.
Dude's a saint. But yeah, that was a good 4th of July memory. I have other ones, but
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I think of is, I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty young, and I remember playing with sparklers, and then burning my hand on the piece of metal that was left over.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
I just grabbed it and I burned my
Yeah.
thumb, and then I went inside and watched Jaws 3, and I was probably way too young to watch
Oh.
Jaws 3, and the part where the dead body comes up against the aquarium glass.
So all that set up for 3D because it was
Yeah.
Jaws 3D originally.
Yeah.
Which I
Yes.
believe that came out 1978, I want to say.
Well, the first Jaws came out in 1978.
Okay.
75
So I think I saw
or
you know what?
6.
I'm getting a couple things mixed up. So Superman came out pretty close to my birthday.
Yeah, 1978. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, here we are,
Even
back to your
Yankee
birthday.
flag.
Excellent. Okay.
So my
Let's-
parents-
all comes
I think
around
not
to
your
Rob's birthday.
It's-
Everything revolves around Rob's birthday. That's what the entire world revolves around. Do you want to remind
tomorrow.
everybody what that is?
Not tomorrow.
Again,
It's
just,
Toby's birthday, July 5th. Toby's birthday.
I'm just saying.
Everybody wish
I'm just
Toby
saying.
a happy birthday
No,
on
don't.
Instagram or in the
Don't do
comments
it.
on YouTube.
Don't ever,
Please.
don't do it.
Tell him what you hope he gets for his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds like a threat.
Why did these lights? Oh, the lights went off because it's
Timer?
1 a.m.
oh,
Yeah.
I have them all set to go
Be-
off. So, but I just have
Yeah,
to,
because-
have to move around.
You have no business being up normally.
You have no business being up. Normally. But
Superman.
it's a holiday and it's your birthday tomorrow. Yeah, so I saw Superman and then I also saw Jaws. But Jaws 3 was in 3D. I'm getting a lot of things mixed up. So,
I'm telling you,
'Cause
Jaws
that's-
1 was like 75 or 6.
78.
was it? Was it earlier than that? It may.
It's
it may
earlier in
have been
78. It's earlier in 78.
Okay.
Okay. So would Jaws 3 be 78?
I mean, 2 would have been only a few years later. Probably 3's got to be into the 80s by that point,
It's gotta
right?
be
Or
early
80,
for
Wait,
That's the one
80.
with SeaWorld in it.
Yep. Well,
they're showing.
what was
they
it
were showing
called?
it yesterday at Alamo. I could not convince Shelly.
3? They were showing 3?
No, 1. Just Jaws.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I just couldn't convince her to go. Which I don't expect her to like it as much as I do, but
Dude,
don't
Jaws 1
care.
is fantastic. Come on, look at that thing. You like, just
Yeah,
even
but I don't-
cinematically,
I
it's so
know, I
good.
don't- But dialogue.
All those awesome dolly zooms.
But
just
the
the dialogue
but the
for me, there's
the
just a
acting, that
lot
little
of-
boy, like it's good acting.
Yeah, it's good.
Roy Schreider,
Yeah.
come on.
No, I'm
We're gonna need a bigger boat. That line's completely ad libbed.
okay. I want to go. I wanted to go see it. That's all I was saying. I was trying to go see it. My wife.
Well, I'm
was-
just-
that wasn't up for. She wasn't up for it. We went
Yeah.
and saw the Bike Riders though,
Oh, how's that?
which awesome. I would
Okay.
recommend. I
Okay.
recommend.
Okay.
Tom Hardy,
Yeah,
Bane, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
he's in it, and then fake Elvis. Those are the two main characters.
Mad Max. He was Mad Max too. Tom Hardy.
He was.
Was he Mad Max?
He
or
was-
was he
And
in
he's Venom.
No, he is Mad Max. Actually, that's
He
the
is Mad
continuation
Max.
of.
Okay,
he,
that's right.
He is.
He is-
Yeah,
he is Mad
he's.
Max.
Yep.
He's actually the same character.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought he was like a spin-offy character, but he's not. He's,
So did I,
he's
but-
Max.
You
Nope.
are correct. So with Mad Max,
Hmm.
excuse me, with Bane, he had a weird voice. Like
He did. It was like,
I liked it.
hello, Batman.
I liked it. I liked it.
about me until I put on the mask. I
liked it.
wanted to laugh like that. So this movie, he has a super weird voice. He talks like
Oh.
really high.
Oh yeah, I saw
high
the.
his voice.
But
Yeah.
you know he does the Venom voice too, where he's like, Eddie. like a deranged Cookie Monster.
I didn't realize that Homeboy was like into.
I think
voices
Cookie
like
Monster was
that.
deranged. I don't know if I think that's an oxymoron, but
Oh yeah, he had a
slightly.
substance
I mean, I
abuse
love
problem.
him. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
The
Some of my
substance
best
is
friends are
sugar, or
deranged,
the
but
substance is cookies
Cookies, yeah.
because it's just not any sugary substance.
No, it's got to be cookies.
Is it just chocolate chip or is it
for
any
Cookie
kind?
Monster,
Well, Venom chocolate counts for brains apparently. So, like the chemical. I know that comes from the comics, but apparently
what?
he gets the same sort of chemical from chocolate as he does from brains. So that's why
Is
Venom
that
eats a lot of
scientifically
chocolate
based?
when he's not eating brains?
Is that in a comic?
It is in a comic. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
There is a
That feels like a
comic
stretch.
where Eddie Brock just
That
has,
feels
like
like a
chocolate
stretch.
bars all over the place.
Okay, but that's just like in
Okay.
like one run.
Yeah,
Or that's not like
it's
in-
not
That
like-
didn't stay.
additional.
That is not. Is that
It's
canon?
not an all the time thing. It is canon though.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't think I
trust
made
you.
it through
bike
the movie.
riders. Bike riders.
Yeah, so Bike Riders. He's got this crazy voice.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was sitting there, and then in the movie, he's like, it's about this biker gang, And in there, he's talking about
Sure.
the gang, and he says, like, I watched the Wild Ones, or, and I was like, oh, I saw that movie. I saw that movie in grad school. I took an art history class. I don't know if it was a specialized art history or whatever. I'm sure it was. It had some weird.
I think it was History for Idiots. It sounds like, but go ahead.
I don't know. Jim and I were talking about how awesome it was that you weren't there at the University of South Florida.
Yeah, I would agree.
go
Actually,
there.
I think all three of us can agree with the fact that it was awesome I wasn't there.
Yeah. But anyway, I took this class and we watched that movie and talked about Brando. But then we also looked at this photographer,
Danny Lyons
Danny Lyons.
or Lion.
Li-
I don't think it's plural. Lion.
Meow.
With
Just
a
single, but it's with a
single
Y.
lion. Yeah, with a Y.
Yeah. But when he was in undergrad or grad school, I don't know, he went and like photographed some biker gangs, and basically this movie is based on that book and the recordings that he made of the biker gang. So pretty good. Tom Hardy has a weird voice. Fake Elvis. Yeah, he was good. The girl who, I don't know who she is. I don't know what she's been in. Or the female lead, not girl, female lead actor. She,
People are looking at the back of your
sorry,
head.
sorry. She's a female. Oh, and Toby was looking at the back of my head too.
Yeah.
She's the female lead, but she also striking resemblance to a young Winona Ryder.
I don't know.
Really
Like
liked the movie.
Beetlejuice original Winona Ryder.
Beetlejuice. Correct.
But not Beetlejuice. Coming
No.
out this year.
Which
You can't say
I'm
what?
very excited about.
Trace times.
3 times, yeah, if you don't want him to show up.
But-
But I think
But
we-
then, so it was Beetlejuice. Now there's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Right.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
I'd say it 3
Beetlejuice
times
is
in a mirror, right?
sequel. You with the lights on.
Which is a great name. Come on.
So it has to be in the mirror with the lights off.
No.
It's just
That's a
used to say his name.
It doesn't?
Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's good. My bad.
Or Bloody Mary or any.
Yeah,
or-
bloody.
then
Like
it's
that's
also
why I
better.
assumed it applied to Beetlejuice too, but I don't know.
No, I think you just
Beetlejuice
say
1 or Beetlejuice 2?
Well, I assumed I had to be in a mirror to say it, no matter how many times it was. I had to be looking at a mirror. But
Wrong.
Jim's correcting me. I can just say it. Beetlejuice.
and then he should be there right now.
Michael Keaton should be in your house.
Can I? Should I be able to see him?
No, he's probably in the bed with your wife. It's weird.
Excellent.
It's
Yeah,
weird. It's weird.
What's the
Yeah.
guy
super
from
weird.
Saturday Night Live? I can't think of his name. He's in the manscaping ads, and he's Pete Davidson. I keep
Okay.
seeing this thing that says Pete Davidson is Beetlejuice before he died, and I just can't that's what I see now.
So, wow. So the Manscaped ads, Willie Peterson
Willie Peterson, yeah.
is the one who did, who, you know Willie, right? Did you meet Willie?
Do I?
Maybe, whatever. He's a cool guy.
Great
but-
photographer, really great.
Yeah, but he's the one who took those photos. After I guess his pubes got cut. Is that?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what Manscaped is.
yeah, but I don't know the personal story.
I know. I wonder if like,
You're saying
I don't know what's happening.
like,
Wait.
wouldn't they have to like freshly cut him before he like? Maybe not like his nuts. Let me just go ahead and say that, but just like the other pubis region, because he's sitting there in his underwear.
you're talking about Pete Davidson in the ads?
Yeah. So basically he's sitting around in his underwear, and then Willie's like in there with like let me get in there with like a 22 millimeter lens, 24 millimeter lens. Get right up in there, but then they pull out the Manscaped razor, and then they got to go in there and no.
Yeah. Sure.
I hadn't really thought.
We're
about
backing
it
you
all
up.
that
I have
much.
no idea what's happening, but I'm right here.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
I do think we need to find a better location for a webcam.
Yeah.
in here, maybe.
So you can see Jim
pick.
better.
Yeah, and
So he
because
doesn't look
I'm-
like he's in the witness protection
You
plan.
want to talk to me this way, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. I want to
Oh,
talk to you.
I got you. Or just look at me,
So-
and then you can see on my. Can you not see? You don't
just-
see your own camera? Can't you see him in your own camera? There he is, right there.
I know, but he is in the room. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Fuck you, Jim.
Sorry.
You could send. What I would do is I would put Jim just outside on a computer, so
Yeah.
he's on his own screen, and just have him outside in the yard.
Or it could be at my house.
No. You need to be within just a few feet.
No, your wife made it very clear that you do not want to be at your house.
Band.
Yeah, she filled
Excellent.
in for you tonight.
I know. That's great.
Oh, the bowler.
She looked like she
Yeah.
bowled great.
Yeah, she did okay.
Way
She's
better
pretty
than
good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's an easy fill.
So, all right, Jim, you're 45 now. You just turned 45.
Yes.
I'm 46. Toby, you're gonna be the big 49.
Yeah. What's your
9.
point? What are we getting at? You just wanted to bring it up.
Well, we were talking about getting older on podcast episode 4, season 2.
Sure. I think we started this
The lost
podcast with the lost tape. Remember the very first episode you and I recorded did not get recorded.
That's
Do you remember that?
right.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
That was years
It's a
ago.
learning opportunity. That was
Sure.
years ago.
Sure.
Literally years ago.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I'm not exaggerating.
And then we didn't record another one in the same night. We waited weeks.
Oh
right?
yeah, for a long time again.
Months.
Probably.
Hey, but you know what? We got Captain old Captain Jim here keeps us on a roll. He's like,
Let's do it.
let's do it. Keeping it real. Wednesdays. We're gonna
Or
do this.
Thursdays.
Or Thursdays. Whatever.
Or if it's
whatever.
in this case, early morning Thursday or 2.
Yeah. But anyway, we talked
Old.
about getting older.
We're old.
Jim said he had. Jim just got over COVID. I guess we
Yeah.
didn't COVID
Yeah.
in 2024. Jim,
2024 COVID. Yeah.
Jim's that dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he said that the first symptom that he noticed was, or maybe it wasn't connected to COVID.
I think it was.
We
Jim
don't know.
thinks it was.
I
We
think
don't
it
know,
was.
though.
I think it
Oh,
was
okay.
related to COVID. But you were wondering if it was old age because
and
he
I'm not
had
saying-
sore joints.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Correct.
Hey, Toby, you're an old man.
Right.
My body.
Sore joints are a part of it.
sucks.
Yes, that's true.
And I treated my body like shit, though. I will say that. Growing
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
living up into this
Some
point, and
some
still,
bad ideas. Yeah.
but still continued. Like
Right.
body's a temple, bouncy house maybe.
Yeah.
So
More fun, but
exactly.
less stable.
But I just didn't know if it was something that maybe.
It could be. I think
maybe
we need to monitor
it's an
Jim.
ailment.
That's my advice is we monitor him. If he gets those sore joints again, and he doesn't have COVID, then clearly there's something else going
There's
on.
something we're onto something.
But he can also
think that-
expect to have more sore joints going
Exactly,
forward
and I
very
think
soon.
That's what we should track on the podcast, and then you can be like, as the old guy, be like, I remember back when I was.
This is what's
45,"
coming.
and I can be
Oh,
like,
wait
oh,
till you
shit.
see what's coming.
I know, and then I
Yep.
can be like, oh, fuck, Jim.
Yeah. Just
I'm
like
a
a
year into the future, Jim.
yeah,
It
exactly.
sucks. Turn away.
Let me tell you.
Jim.
Let me tell you what's coming. It's a lot of bad things. So live it
'Cause-
up. Live it up, fellas.
Because he's like the 4 years ahead. So when you're 46, Jim,
Yeah.
Toby's hitting all the 50-year-old man shit.
Yeah.
He's getting
Yeah.
fingers in places that he never knew that you could put fingers in.
Right.
Like
Yep.
in orifices, and then he's
All the
gonna say that,
orifices.
and I'm gonna be like, "Oh crap, dude, that's coming up in 3 years?" Oh.
Yeah.
And it's 4 years for you. So
Yeah.
this is
Mentally,
like
you can
we're
try to
looking
mentally
into the
prep.
Future. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how you get that. What were we described as? What did what was it, Alex? What did Alex say about you, Toby?
Who?
You're
Kilgore?
like pissed off? Yeah, what did Kilgore say?
Oh no, he just said I sounded depressed.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
depressed. But someone
Like a
said you
depressed,
sounded
like-
or mean or something, right? Didn't we hear
Really?
that?
I mean, it makes
felt like
sense.
yeah,
I feel
someone
like
said like,
I said
oh, what?
Angry?
Last week you were offensive.
oh yeah.
You were offensive.
you.
That's right. To me,
I mean that was your comment. I think I was a hero.
Either one. But so we moved to the video format because we had one request, and it was from Shelby. Shout out.
That's all it
Shelby.
takes. I mean, if people tell us, whatever, we're desperate.
Yeah.
But now you're also kind of shotgunning out all the different ways which people can watch this.
So yeah, I mean, we're bound to get double-digit
bound to
viewers,
double-
listeners.
I know we're like 11 viewers. That's what we're
Gonna
going
be
for.
that's,
No, we
that's
got
where
more
the
than that.
money's at,
Viewers
from what I heard.
slash listeners.
Subscribers?
Subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Subscribe. Hit that bell.
Oh
hit
yeah,
the bell.
subscribe because you can subscribe in so many different ways. Good job, Jim. Thank you
Look, we're on Instagram.
for clarifying.
We've got Instagram.
Yeah,
Sure.
follow. Yeah.
We're
I think I follow
on-
us, but go ahead.
We're on the Spotify and Apple Music and Google Music.
That sounds
with the
legit.
podcast thing.
I mean, anybody can do it
And
clearly,
then we're
but
on
go ahead.
YouTube. So go, subscribe on YouTube.
Sure, why not?
'Cause
Do it.
You'll get the live notifications on YouTube
If you hit the bell.
if you hit the bell. So I guess you subscribe and then you hit a bell.
Don't do it.
See,
Bell.
Don't do
There's
it.
definitely a bell.
Do it.
Jim says there's a bell. I don't know. I don't know that anybody.
Sure, I'm sure there's a bell. There's got to be a
Maybe-
bell.
We're gonna try to get this on a regular 10 p.m. routine at this point.
Well, we've
Mountain
gotten
Time.
3 weeks in a row, so we're doing something
We're
right.
moving towards something.
There's a consistency building,
Correct.
right? There's a
So-
fan base building.
Yeah, but Shelby, when Shelby listened, he kind of live texted us his response. It's like we were in the room
His thoughts.
while he was listening, his thoughts. But he described us as a trio in a way. Jim, Toby, what do you guys remember?
Jim had a good breakdown of it.
He said that you were Johnny Carson and I was Ed McMahon, which is
Me, Robb was Johnny Carson?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
I just want to
and-
make sure that.
and then Toby was a wild card guest.
Which brought me to ask, who's your favorite wild card guest of any like talk show, like like late night talk show? And this will be our end. We'll end on this.
Who did you bring up, Jim? Oh well,
I
that really
said,
makes
Why
a
did you
difference.
just
The
eat
foam.
the-
The foam. I didn't think
foam?
it did much of a difference. I thought it was a wind thing.
No, it's you're popping the.
I
mic,
thought it
dude.
was for like if I was in a windy condition.
I was wondering if there was a bug there. I couldn't quite tell.
I lost.
Yeah.
I
There's
lost
a
it.
If
bug
you guys
We'll
watch
have
it
to
on
find it
YouTube,
later.
there's a weird thing that Toby just did.
Yeah, no, there's bugs in here though.
But wild card guest, I mentioned the Macho Man Randy Savage on Arsenio Hall.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
We're going late night. I'm not going Tom Cruise at Oprah.
What about
We're going late night. I said Robin Williams, and only because I think Robin Williams was a great guest. He's not a very good participant, and not being the main focus. I guess that's how like he's the first guest, and then he slides down or moves to the
Yeah.
next to the couch where Ed
Yeah.
or Andy Richter sits. Or who did Jay Leno have anybody ever?
I'm sure he had some like animal guy.
That's a great
Or-
question. I don't know
Did
if
he
he
just
did.
have somebody that like was a sidekick?
Oh
Oh,
no.
you're talking about. I don't think he ever
Was
did.
it just the band leader was his sidekick?
Yeah. He'd always
I mean,
throw
same
over the
thing like
band.
David Letterman did the same thing.
Yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Schrader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, Side note, sidebar, hot take. All Canadian women love Paul Schaefer.
Really?
Okay.
Just prove
Who
me.
knew?
Just
I
prove
don't.
that.
I'll
I don't know.
try, but
I learned it.
Well,
I heard it
I
once.
guess you heard it once, and then
I have no reason to not believe that that's the truth.
I believe it.
okay.
I mean, it's like all German women love.
David Hasselhoff.
Correct. You know what?
Okay.
I went to Epcot.
So the Canadian women
I went to
love Paul
Germany and the Epcot years ago.
Okay.
Years ago, like 2002, 2003. We went and our waitress, young German girl, and something got brought up about Hasselhoff, and she's like, "Yeah, no, that's true." She's like, "That is a serious thing. Like, we love Hasselhoff." So, is what it is.
Andy
We're talking
Kaufman was he? Was
Comedian.
Andy Kaufman ever the guest on?
No, he's
Yeah.
on SNL.
No, but I think
I feel like he had
what
some.
talk show was he on when Jerry Lawler put him in the headlock?
That was David Letterman.
That's true.
That was
on
David
that-
Letterman.
That
was
was.
the late-
See?
That was the
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
late night,
See?
which is where Conan moved into when Dave went to CBS.
Do you guys watch late night shows now?
No.
If I watch it, it's Jimmy Kimmel, but
Yeah.
Shelley will watch Jimmy Fallon, just because she's like probably watching something on NBC or something.
Yeah.
And I know she's watching the NBC news. That's the news we watch, local or national. We watch NBC.
I saw Jimmy Fallon live when
Holy
he'd
shit,
only been
I
on
fucking
SNL
rolled.
for like 1 year. Came through Nebraska. Saw him in Lincoln. Small venue.
Really,
I watch Jimmy
40
Kimmel
people.
pretty regularly.
I'd love Kimmel.
Yeah, I do too.
We
Yeah.
should go.
He seems good.
Yeah.
Hey, Toby, we want to go to LA again this year?
Yeah, sure.
Jim,
Yeah.
come with.
Okay.
Then we'll go. We'll get tickets. We'll request tickets for that week.
Well, but you
Like,
better get on that.
I know. Well, I just go look on the website and we'll go Monday. We'll go for that Monday or the Friday, depending.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Where's he film
Anyway.
at? Where is it? Like Universal?
LA.
No, it's
Just down on Hollywood Walk.
It's
okay.
right down the street from the film school.
Yeah.
It's on Sunset.
Across from
Oh, yeah.
the theater.
The Man's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The hotel that I stayed at, the Roosevelt Hotel, I stayed at it
I
a long
stayed there
time
once.
ago. That hotel's awesome. It's famous. That's where
Yeah.
people die. And
Uh-huh.
that was one of my favorite TV shows, Entourage. The final season, that's where they lived because they kept burning down houses and shit. Yeah. All right. We're gonna wrap up with.
Were
The
we
word?
trying to get
Phrase?
anywhere with the late
No,
night?
Yeah.
don't even
Yeah.
try.
Late
Jim,
night.
don't give him an out. He lost it. We moved on.
No. We're talking
The
about
listeners
late
are
night guests,
unsatisfied.
but we gotta
What?
slide in the secret word. So
Are we just going with the
Figure out-
last?
No, I think we
No.
should change it.
Okay.
all right. So all right. My wild card guest, Robin Williams, but it's always when he moves over. The next guest never can get a word in edgewise. He's got to be the one-upper. He's got to be the guy who talks. So he's the wild card in that situation.
Okay.
I do like Drew Barrymore as a wild card guest back
Yep.
in the day. The Andy Kaufman. That's a good one. Anybody
Madonna
else?
again had a famous
Madonna.
appearance. There's a lot of at
Who are
least.
some people who just like refuse to answer questions?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin.
Yeah. But was that a character?
I think so.
I mean, it was, but I don't think anybody knew that then. Right?
Ooh, let's go. Can I deviate? I know this is, and this person I'm calling this is the word. It's an actual name, so it's a first name and a last name.
Right. We know how names work.
All right, and Jim, it's a sports thing, so I'm going to tap you out of
Okay.
even guessing unless you want to try. Best interview in sports from a coach, go. And don't just say Andy Reid just because it's Andy Reid.
Oh, I was
like,
gonna say John Madden.
That's a good guess.
You mean
but
you're talking about like a post game?
I'm talking post game interview, coach, and
There's so many
you
examples
yeah,
of just
but-
like you talking about they lost and they're pissed.
No, I'm just talking about in just general.
What's the? Oh,
And think about the sport that I love the most:
Oh, okay.
professional
So it's
basketball.
basketball.
yeah, I don't know any basketball coaches.
I mean,
Think about-
Popovich is the only one I can think of
There
that
you
would
go.
be okay.
Greg Popovich is our secret word. Greg Popovich.
Great.
How do you
Popovich.
spell that?
Spell
No,
Popovich,
nobody knows.
P-P-I-V-I-C-H.
P-O-P-P? Are you sure there's a
P-O-P-P?
P-P?
I don't know. So Ben,
I feel like it might be a
Ben
single P.
Hunt, I'm hoping Ben Hunt listens to the podcast. I think he may not, but maybe I can throw this out. So he used to be the social media director for the Broncos, but before that, he was the social media director for
Spurs?
Spurs. Yeah.
Oh.
So he's a big Pop fan. So Greg Pop.
I mean, I like Pop,
he gets
actually.
Interviewed. Yeah,
And I
but
hate the
his
Spurs.
interviews are legendary, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody,
just like-
hardly anybody crankier. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like
Oh, he's just like a crabby guy.
he's just like a crabby, cranky old dude.
Okay.
But he's
So
like,
awesome.
he gets the job done. He is awesome.
Yeah. So back to the guest. You said Jack Hanna.
Oh, Jack Hanna. I mentioned.
Oh,
that
yeah, we
in
had
the
said-
previous version.
That's the
And-
one.
Animal guy.
I mean, that's a good one.
That requires him to have an animal that's a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much
Correct.
him, more about the animal he brings on that causes
Yeah.
chaos.
Okay.
Yeah, something that's gonna like piss on the desk or.
What about
Yeah. Bite a guest.
Kristen Stewart?
Did she have some?
Recently, she's
Maybe.
been doing some weird shit, right? Like
Oh.
on
I haven't been paying
talk
attention.
shows. I don't know.
I don't know.
feel that like my wife has told me, and she's like, "You know this." She yells at me, and Jim, I guarantee you, your wife would do the same thing because it's all about the Twilight, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
all-
It's
I don't
all
know
about
Twilight.
Jim's going on a Twilight
I don't know
Twilight
any Twilight.
vacation in
No,
like 2
I'm
weeks.
not.
Are you not just going to all the locations?
No,
at
we're
Twilight?
not. No.
That
That's like.
I can't pull up my text messages, but I swear that I got your wife sent me an itinerary of all the things you were doing,
gonna-
and it really was just she went to the Twilight film location sets and just copied the addresses and then just.
Where was
put
that filmed? I don't know
times.
anything. Where?
Forks, Washington, but I think
Oh.
Vancouver.
Okay.
But we are not going there. We're in Oregon, so
Yeah, but remember
but
the
we-
poster?
Oh,
Jim?
you're not going over to. If you get into
Oh, the
Vancouver,
poster,
ask
you're
them.
right.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What?
It
Yeah.
wasn't filmed in
Yeah.
Forks, Washington. It was filmed in fucking Oregon.
Yeah, but which
Oh.
part? Oh, we'll find out.
Well, the poster's there.
But-
if there is a.
But are you
location-
going to end up in Canada?
No.
No, he's not going to Canada. He's going down. He's going to
Yeah.
Portland. I'm going to go to
right.
Canada in a couple weeks or a couple months.
Oh well, then you can find out if all the ladies love Paul Schaefer while you're there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
definitely take a poll.
I will take a poll.
You need to
Maybe
just
we'll do
ask
it-
every
we
random
can do it
woman
on
you
the
can.
Live stream on Instagram. We can live stream and you can watch
That'd be
me
excellent.
tased in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
You can't even like I
No,
would
but
not
you're
even.
in the good part of Canada. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh,
They don't-
I'm from.
they
the
don't carry
Northwest.
tasers.
I'm partial
They-
to
it's-
that,
you.
that portion.
Do they
It's-
carry
it's-
tasers?
No, it's Canada. They're gonna be like,
You betcha.
But like,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
like. Let's.
This is the
like,
British side of Canada.
they're
It's
just
different.
They're gonna just argue with you, but they're gonna buy you donuts, and they're gonna be polite.
That's
But
awesome.
if you talk shit about their hockey team, that's like talking shit about the Celtics in Boston. You will get stabbed. They will stab you.
Whatever. Screw the Celtics.
Yeah, they just won. Anyway, any other wildcard guests? But I'm pretty sure they filmed that in Portland or at least in Oregon because we saw the poster. And Jim,
Yeah, you're right.
you went into, you like told me your favorite Twilight stories.
I did. My
I
favorite
have a
one?
video. I can't
Yeah.
pull it up. Much like the text messages, that's really your itinerary to go to the filming locations while you're in Oregon. I don't know why you think I'm making this up.
No,
This
no,
seems like a very obvious thing that your wife Olivia has already planned out.
I know that we're probably going to
He's in denial. It's cool.
The house from the Goonies and the beach
Ooh.
from the Goonies.
Yeah,
Goonies
the
house,
house
awesome.
you got to park down a little further.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
He already knows. He did his research.
I think he's been before. Shelly and I went by
Oh,
when we were there.
there you go. He's been there before.
I
Even
really
better.
like Portland. For some reason, the first time I went, I hated it because everything was covered in moss. I don't know. Everything was just covered in moss. It was just gross.
Yeah.
It was before I had ever gone camping. It was before I entered into my crystal girl phase.
There was a lot of talk about Crystal Girl phase at bowling tonight. Toby, you missed it.
Toby's
Yeah, I have
also
no
in his
clue.
crystal girl phase where he likes to manifest things and let them happen. Or you moved past that now. Now you're in your grumpy old man phase, right?
I've been in that for a while.
Okay, so you moved out of crystal girl. Jim's entering
Apparently.
his crystal girl phase. He's getting his.
Okay, well, I'm just
getting his
angry.
crystal soon. Anyway,
All right,
we're
wrap
just
it up.
rambling at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah,
Pull it,
so
pull it,
Greg
pull it,
Popovich,
pull
you next week. We're
Yeah.
live stream. We're trying for 10
Happy 4th.
p.m. Mountain Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tune in
Happy
and see what
4th.
happens.
Happy 4th. Happy birthday to you, Toby.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Toby.
Everybody.
Sure.
Peace out.